Hey there, Planet Coaster fans. Breezerhog here, bringing you another career mode walkthrough guide with scenario 4, the Great Tree. The objectives for this one include achieving a park rating of 750, achieve a scenery rating of 160, and to build a coaster with an excitement rating of 5, at least 5, at most 5.0 nausea, and at least 5 seconds of airtime, which that one can be a little bit tricky. I'm not going to actually be building a coaster in this video. I'm just going to use a blueprint because this isn't a coaster building tutorial. I'm just trying to show how to complete all the objectives as quickly as I can. So the main challenge for this one would be achieving a park rating of 750, which really all you got to do is build a bunch of rides and you'll get that really easily. You'll notice that I set my prices and my ride animations to a very specific set, which I'm using a guide that you can find on the Planet Coaster Steam Workshop. It's called Infinity's Guide to Ride Pricing, and I find it very helpful to maximizing my ride profits. You'll notice if you go on the Steam Workshop and look up Infinity's Guide for Ride Pricing, he has every ride listed with all of the animations that would bring the maximum profits to each ride. So say for instance, I'm building the teacups right now, so I'm going to set the ride animation on that to 7 times anti-clockwise, and that will bring the ride prestige up to about 2.5 stars, and for every star of ride prestige you can set the price of a ride up by $6. So if a ride has 2 times prestige or 2 stars of prestige, then you can charge $12. If it's 2.5 stars, you can charge about $15. And I found that to be the easiest way to price all of my rides is if you just look at the ride prestige, the number of stars that it has, and multiply it by $6. Now, figuring out the best ride animation is something that really is just trial and error. You'd have to build, I'd go into Sandbox and I would build a ride and I would see what the best configuration is for each ride's animation. But fortunately, somebody named Infinity has already done that for us and posted a guide to let us know what all the best ride animation sequences are. And I'd highly recommend using the guide because, I don't really understand what the point of having a ride with lower profits and shorter ride animation sequences are for. Obviously a shorter ride sequence is going to bring in better profits, but you'd rather have people paying the most that you're going to get for each ride, and that way you can just keep building rides and keep making more profits. Obviously if you're playing a harder scenario or if you're playing in challenge mode, then you have to worry about the age of a ride and the reputation of a ride going down. But for these scenarios right now, we're just trying to get through everything as quickly as I can. So I've set all of my rides to their maximum profits, and now that I have about 8 rides, I can just wait for my profits to come in and start making a bunch of scenery. It's really an easy set of objectives. I'm really surprised that this is no longer the beginner scenarios, and we're on the 4th scenario and we're still completing all of the objectives within just a couple months of game time. And you'll notice there's a little trick I'm going to use right now. I'm going to place a bunch of scenery just to get the objective complete, and then once I have done that, I will just delete all of my scenery. I will hit undo, get all my money back, and then I'll have enough money to afford a coaster. And I really think that there should be a penalty for doing such a thing. I shouldn't be able to just erase my scenery like you'll see that I'm about to do. I think that the game should detract your objective being complete. In order to complete the scenario, you should have to have all of the scenario objectives complete simultaneously. But for some reason, that's not the way that the game works. So as you see, I have my gold objective, and now I've just erased all my scenery, got all my money back, and now I can place my roller coaster blueprint, which, again, it's placing a blueprint for the coaster kind of detracts value from the game. It's more fun to build your own coaster. I've obviously already played through all these scenarios, and I've already said I'm not making a roller coaster building tutorial here. I'm just trying to show how simple these objectives are, even in the later stages. But this one, it's pretty much all complete. All we got to do is test the coaster, and we'll do a little point of view ride. Enjoy!